Hello to you too.
She said we're lit. We're on.
We on? All right.
This is your boy Jay Jones. We're here with Always On Live podcast. We're going to talk about a lot tonight. We got a full house. You got to introduce yourself. Well, first of all, I know y'all are looking for T. T Money celebrating her birthday. Shout out to T if you're in the building. If you're in the zone, I know you're in the Bahamas. Happy. No, that's not how it's.
She in the Bahamas?
It goes, happy birthday to ya.
Happy birthday to ya.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy. So we wanted to give a shout out to Tonya. My girl, Caroline Russo, just rolled in the building. We are hot. We are happening. It is Friday. TGIF. JUIC, take us on. You're going to talk about Russell, because hustle is happening. Russo, you're right here. Wilson's going to roll up. We lit. Let's get it popping. What's up, girl?
Popping. What?
Making money?
I'm happy.
You're happy?
I have big shoes to fill. I just want to say a happy.
Speaking to the rock stone.
I want to say happy birthday to Tonya.
Shout it out. You got time? It's happy. It's a big happy, actually. Hello,
Well,
good
then I'm
morning.
happy.
Yo, Jay.
Yo,
Don't be scared.
I ain't scared. We ready to get nasty.
This is fun. This is fun.
This is lit. Oh shit! You
Nice
brought
to
out
see
the
you again.
velvet and the leather.
I'm telling you.
Woo! What's up? And you brought Miss Wilson in.
Miss
I'm telling
Wilson.
you. So you know,
This is the first time I met.
we're from.
Yeah.
We know each other from fashion.
Okay.
So we're a little fashionably late.
All right, fashionably late is
Okay.
hot. So listen, while you're getting lit,
Hi, how are you?
you say your highs. You can check out the Wi-Fi if you need to shout out your friends. Watch the cams. We are
Nice.
not only audio, we are visual too.
Beautiful.
Homegirl's gonna help you
I
out
don't have any audio on
Visual.
this.
on
Yeah,
what?
there's no-
On this?
Yep.
It's coming.
All right.
All right. She's
So
gonna help you
happy
out.
birthday in Bermuda, darling.
Yeah, she in Bermuda. It's coming.
Yeah.
But listen, we lit. Engineers got us popping.
Excellent.
Woo! Take a breather. Yeah,
Let's have
okay.
fun.
I'm taking a breather.
Let's have
So
fun.
we are gonna have fun. It's Friday. I'm here. Okay, I just got that message.
We're here.
Cause you're like I'm here. I'm like I'm here. I'm like I'm on the train. I'm rocking and
here.
rolling.
And we're ready.
We are ready. So listen, we're talking about J Lo. J Lo's big. Nipsey Hussle's big.
Absolutely.
You're big. She's big. She's happening. You're happening. So let's get first off, because I brought our papers in. I don't even know where they are. They're all over here.
Yeah, we'll sort it.
I want to talk about J Lizzo.
Lizzie.
Hey, J Lo.
Beautiful J-Lo.
The beauty J Lo.
Beautiful.
Stunning,
J-Lo.
stunning and strong.
Stunning and
And
strong.
then,
Yeah.
you know, listen, that's a good thing, because it's about women empowerment, women power, women health, alpha women, women inspiring women and men. So we want to get into that. But the controversy seems to be, and I hope I have the paper, I probably,
Yeah.
you know, I'm all over the place. However,
It's all good.
it's all good.
Yeah.
The controversy seems to be, should Miss J Lizzo, there we go,
Yeah, that's the one.
should even do this new film, Hustler, about strippers.
Yeah.
What say you? You're in excellent shape.
So it's interesting.
Tell us who you are real quick.
Sure, Caroline Russo. I'm a friend of both Sharon and Cheryl and have mad respect for both of them. Two women who inspire and have integrity. And I'm a big fan of Jay Jones. And I'm trying to fill some shoes, which is not possible.
Take your time. And you look stunning.
Thank you.
You look stunning. Everyone here looks stunning.
I think the question is, it's not just strippers.
That's true.
It's strippers who were criminals.
Correct.
So it's, you know, like that's we have to talk about.
It's hustlers.
It's hustlers.
It's
Well,
hus-
that's what it
It's hustlers.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a hustle.
Right.
Well, it's not. You can look at it as let's say exotic dancers, for all those out there who's
And
really
they
making
hustle.
and who hustle,
Yeah.
but feel like they've been hustled. It's Ocean 8. I
Yeah.
would say I'm not the director or the producer, so I don't want nobody to
Yeah.
balk at me.
Yeah.
But it's Ocean 8 where the game is being flipped. You hustled me. I did my thing. I danced. I stripped. I did
Yeah.
this, and now the tables are turned. So I'm not gonna get
Well,
played.
that's one
anymore.
way to think about it.
That is one way to think.
You know,
about
why is it such a problem? You know, she's an actress. Actors take on many different roles.
Right.
It's another role, bringing awareness to another form of our people
Right.
in their life.
Right.
Right? And so why is it a big deal?
Yeah, no, I'm not judging.
Why is
It's
it
like a
big deal?
story being
no,
told.
I know, I
no,
know
I'm
you're
just saying. I'm
judging.
just saying. Like,
I'm saying it's another.
Well, that's where the
aspect
controversy
that
is coming
people
from.
are.
agree.
You know,
You know why?
all these movies.
I can answer that question.
It looks like she is talking to the mic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right
I
here.
can answer that question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
J-Lo's just thinking different.
Say what?
Thinking different.
Explain.
Basically, you know what I'm saying? I mean, she's from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying?
From the
And-
boogie down.
From the
yeah.
BX.
It's just like
Yeah.
CW.
Shout out
Yeah.
to everybody from the
From the boogie
BX.
down.
That's where I've
Yeah.
come from.
As that's what you were just rolling from, Miss Wilson, from the
That's
BX. Okay.
Me too.
All right.
So-
Well, one of
I
my
live in
favorite
Brooklyn.
one of my favorite beaches is Orchard.
Oh. Okay.
So what do you mean that it says? Let me hear what
She's
you have to
thinking
say, though.
different, and it's just she's just coming out because she's always been a dancer and stuff. So she's experienced something different as being exotic. She got the beautiful body. She's very, very talented, and basically, you know, hey, let's just show the world another side of what strippers go through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're like, you know,
Well,
why is it
it's-
so different than what's that male stripper movie? Where
Oh,
everybody-
Mike.
Yeah.
Magic
Yeah,
Mike.
Magic Mike.
Why is it such an issue? Beautiful woman is taking on a new role. She's
Right.
a talented actress,
Right.
talented singer.
Right.
Why is it such a
Okay.
big deal?
Wait a minute. Did you say talented singer?
You got to
Yes,
get this right
you
up
don't
in
think
it.
she's
Right up in
talented?
it. Right up in the mic,
You
Cheryl.
don't think she's
Okay.
talented singer?
I think she does her best. I think she brings it, but she's not the best singer.
Well, I
didn't
would
say
say
the
she.
best. I said she's talented.
I would say
you
she
would
brings
not
a-
kick her off a stage.
Agree.
You wouldn't kick her out of a lot of things,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't say. She brings numbers, as they say, right?
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
fills the theaters.
She's
She
a
fills the
Great
venues.
performer.
Right.
She's
That's
a
what
performer.
she is. She's a performer.
You know, you have
Yeah,
a
she's
lot of great
performer.
Yeah.
singers
She's a great performer.
who
Yeah.
stand on the stage and don't move. And
Right.
even though they're great singers, the
Yeah.
show becomes
she's-
boring.
she's
Right,
You-
right,
it's more about just singing. You have to entertain your audience.
She's-
That's the
super
conflict. See,
dynamic.
the conflict is
Yeah.
right here. So you're saying, why is it such a big deal?
It's not. I feel
Well,
so.
there's some of us who think that one, she has a talent, but maybe not enough. And two, why are we? Maybe she shouldn't showcase her talents in this art form.
Oh, I have no
But this is
problem
not
with
the
it at
only
all.
movie
Nor do
she's
I, nor
ever
do I.
made.
Yeah.
No, but
this
I'm
is not
telling you, it's
only
the
movie
buzz.
she
It's the
ever
buzz.
made.
Yeah.
You know, you have so many people out there
Why
so
you
ready
think it's
to
on the
judge.
cover of the-
Yeah.
Why
So
you think it's
ready
on the
to
cover of the
Judge
New
and
York
jury.
Times?
Judge and
Tell-
jury.
tear a person
Yeah.
down.
Judge and
You know,
jury.
generally, but you know what? You know, the most critical people are generally the people who have done zero in their life.
Right.
Let's think about that.
Right.
Right.
The most critical are people who are sitting on the couch doing
Right.
nothing. And
Right.
it's easy to point and criticize and say horrible things, and they've done nothing. She's out there taking a chance.
Right.
She's living her dream.
exactly
She
what
is
she's
working.
Working hard.
She's
She's always
working
working.
hard.
She's working
She's
hard.
working
She
And
works
it's
hard.
another role she's
She's a hard
added to her
worker.
list.
Yes.
Oh, I have
of
nothing
roles.
against her doing that.
That is
Same
it.
here.
I give you
Same
thumbs
That
on
is
that.
it.
It was just
Yeah.
the woman. There's that woman who came forward who says it's basically her story.
Samantha Fox.
Right. Oh, that's
Right.
it. Yeah.
Oh, that's a stripper
her
name.
Exact. Double X. Double X. FOXX.
Sorry.
No, it is.
Samantha
That's not
Fox.
her birth name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's a stripper name.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I have really nothing against strippers either, you know. But she is claiming that it's her story, where's her paycheck, and she never stripped. I guess she was just a hustler.
Right. They're
Right.
they're
Well,
capitalizing
exotic
on
dancer.
her story. They didn't consult her. She's offended and feels like she has some compensation due to her. But I will say, this is not just stripping. Right? This is drugging. This is pretty diabolical. I mean, they
You
really
saw the movie?
No, I didn't see the movie. I've read that New York Magazine article.
Okay.
That groundbreaking article. And I mean, I have friends who are in the Wall Street world, and I've heard that they have been drugged and roofied and what have you. So it's a whole other level what this group of women were doing. Again, it's dark. It's like a dark underworld. I'm not judging, but this is not just stripping. I mean,
No, we
drugging,
could judge.
drugging,
I mean, it's a
is
crime.
drugging
It's a
people.
crime.
That
Yeah.
takes it to a whole other.
Well, it's bringing
messed up
awareness
level.
to a very dangerous
Yeah.
form of work.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Well, she's got a team of dancers. But I think they're excited about the film. It's being shot in the Big Apple.
Is Cardi B in
Cardi
it?
B's in it.
Well,
Go.
let's pause.
Time out. Okay.
So Cardi B, she
Who recently
is
was
coming.
in-
She is coming from an authentic experience because she was stripping.
Right.
Did you see this? She's quoted in this Post article. Like, this is the norm. Taking guys back, drugging them, and
Ripping
taking
them off.
advantage. She's like, this is what is going on. This is what happens.
Right.
So I can't wait to see her.
Dance.
Just the whole her persona. Like,
Do you think it's a power role for these women? I mean, there's quite a cast there.
Yeah.
Julia Stiles, who danced in a movie some time ago. I can't remember the other women. It's like 6 or 7 major players, right?
It's a strong cast. You know what? Yes, there's a power play going on, but there's also crimes being committed, fraud. I mean, it's really pretty.
Have you been to Scores? It's based on Scores, right?
It's based on Scores, and they talk about Lace, and they talk about the Hustler Club, but Scores
Because Scores was
is
a
where
hot
a lot
spot.
where a lot went down in the early 90s. No,
Right.
I haven't been to Scores. I know. I'm like, who's been to Scores here, Jay?
Well, I've been to Scores. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been
so
to
like,
Scores.
you know,
Yeah.
it's a slippery slope. It's got to be,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
And you've got alcohol and you've got intoxication. Things just start getting blurry.
Well, you have sex, you have stimulation. Okay, hey there, Clarence, what's happening? Hi.
Hi.
Clarence is going to jump in too. He brought his homeboy.
Nice.
Stand
Okay.
by.
My 2
We
favorite
bring a
attorneys.
cast.
Yeah, I like
We
it.
bring a
I like
cast.
it.
today.
We
Your
bring
crew.
energy. And we're moving it all around, bring somebody over there. But so that was the thing. But what I really love about it is the fact that she's, I think, I'm all for the film. I think her casting is a great casting. And the fact that the question is, how dope is her physique in addition to her energy? And so,
Well, don't get too excited. You're not
No,
gonna see
no,
that
no.
much of her. There's going to be no.
I was
not-
shocked they put this
but
on the
this-
cover.
That's
She
all
did
you're
it, but
gonna
that's
see.
she took that herself.
Right.
This
That's
is
her
on
own
her
selfie.
Insta. That's her selfie.
You know, before we make judgments, let's
Yeah.
see the movie.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah, you're
If
right.
we see
Right.
the
Hold
movie,
everybody
you know?
to the curb and just
Right.
see the movie.
Right.
You know what? You got me talking tonight. Because I don't talk.
No.
I haven't heard you talk.
No, he
Amazing.
doesn't.
Yeah, I don't talk.
I was trying
No?
to play some hardcore into the,
You know what I
into
mean?
the conversation.
No, she does. She does look amazing. She
So
does look
that's
amazing.
where we were going to bring you in.
Yeah.
So the importance of self-care.
Right.
Yes.
Because it's not just a film.
Right.
And it's not just that one particular role. It's how, men and women, but, are trying to take care of themselves. Because I'm sure she's doing everything she can to stay healthy. And she's got the no carbs, the no sugar, the 10-day thing. She and Alex work out together. So how important is that, in terms of health?
Well, the
Because
most,
it's National Health. Well, it's not national. Last month was National Health Month, but
I feel the most important thing, like I said when I was talking,
When we were
sent an
previewing.
email,
Yeah.
whereas setting attainable goals and being consistent. You have people wake up one day and say, I'm going to work out. I'm going to get in shape.
Right.
And they've never worked out for 10 months or years. So
Right.
they go to the gym. They try to hammer it for over 2 to 3 hours every day.
Yeah.
You're not going to keep it up. You're
Right.
going to
You
burn
do
Not
out.
sustainable.
that?
No, it's not sustainable.
No, I don't
If
either.
listen, if that was not your lifestyle, remember, I was a professional athlete. I was an Olympic athlete.
Yeah.
What we were paced to do was very
Yeah.
different. If you just one day wake up and say, I'm going to get in shape,
Yeah.
and you're going to think you're going to go out every 2 to 3 hours or 2 hours, 7 days a week, you will burn out.
Right.
Because your body is not used to it. Your body's
Right.
not used to it. Your joints are not used to it. You have to make obtainable goals where you build up to a higher level of training.
Right.
You start something simple, whether it's 20 minutes of walking 3 days a week, and you can build and build and build. Because once you do those small term goals, you become so highly motivated, you become consistent, and it only builds upon itself. Like anything.
Right.
If you're good at something,
Right.
you want to do it more and more and
Right,
more.
right,
right.
However, if you try to do something it's not, like say if you've never ran a race and you say tomorrow I'm going to run a marathon, it's not going to happen. You're going to get injured, you're going to get tired, you're not going to want to
manage
continue.
your expectations.
Manage your expectations, but also when you do that, it builds upon itself,
Yeah.
and then you start to feel great about yourself, and you do it consistently.
Right.
Whatever fitness mode you pick, and there's a lot of different things with it.
Right.
For your lifting, it's CrossFit, Pilates, gyrotonics. The list of different forms of fitness is endless. Pick something that's good for your body based on your joints, whether you have arthritis, whether you have other fitness, other health issues, and stay consistent. Once you're consistent, you'll become healthy, and you have, my husband calls it agercise.
Superman, right?
Superman. My husband is my Superman! Hey, Michael Gossigan. His nickname is Superman in the Olympics.
So listen to your body, basically.
Listen to your body,
You know?
and stay consistent, and you will have a long, healthy, active life.
Was your husband an Olympian as well?
Yes, he was modern pentathlon. He was swimming,
He
running,
was?
shooting, horseback riding, and fencing.
Wow.
Oh, he was.
5 of them.
Oh my
Yeah, that's how we
gosh.
met. We met each
That's
other.
amazing.
He's like my Superman superstar.
Oh my gosh. Did you meet training?
Yes,
like,
we
in
met
like
training.
in
We met
Colorado,
training.
like
Yeah,
Colorado Springs?
our
Like, where were you?
base- Well, he was
Tell us
based
the
in
love
Texas.
story, right?
He was
Yeah.
based in Texas.
Yeah.
I was based in New York, but we were long distance for like
Wow.
3.5 years in different
Wow.
countries in different parts of the world.
Wow.
And then one day after 6.5 years, he the greatest story in the world. We were in Hawaii, and he said to me, "You're no longer going to be my girlfriend." And he got on one knee and he said, "Be my team captain forever."
God, oh my Lord. I love it.
You know what?
I love it.
I know.
I
I'm
love
gonna have
it.
a tear
I love
coming
it.
down.
And we've been married 19
Wow.
years.
Wow.
Together-
Congratulations.
But
Wow.
together 26, married
Wow.
19.
Wow.
And we have 16-year-old twins. Hi, Gunnar and
That's what's
Sienna. I
up.
love you guys.
Hi.
Woo, woo, woo.
That's amazing.
I'm sorry, I'm like one of those.
Well,
like,
we needed
I
that.
like to
I love
celebrate.
it.
We needed that.
I love
yeah,
it.
we definitely gonna put you over by Jerry Weiss, Fly Sharon,
a
because
quick
you got the
question.
energy
Yeah.
that'll bring it across
Yeah.
the room.
I have a
We
quick
love-
question.
Yeah.
I'm the
So,
protector.
being an expert in fencing,
Uh-huh.
were you giving him, like, as a pentathlete who's working in different sports?
yeah.
Were you training him? Were you
No,
I mean, he was like
no,
a
he
legitimate
had-
bona fide
he was-
fencer.
Oh, he was great in all 5.
Yeah.
And we each, he had coaches for each one.
Yeah.
And I had my own coach. So we
Sure.
would cross paths.
Yes.
But, when we were first getting to know each
Yeah.
other. But no, he's in pentathlon you have to have very specific coaches for every event.
Wow.
And no, I would never assume to coach that man. He was
No.
he was a world record holder for years.
Really?
Yeah, the closest he came to a medal was 4th, but he was.
No,
he's
this
like
is
that.
fantastic.
Wow.
He's a thoroughbred.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That's
You
amazing.
know what?
That's
Thumbs up.
amazing.
Thumbs up for sure.
2 thumbs up and all
I'm
10
just
fingers
going.
and
Wow.
toes
Oh
up.
yeah, absolutely.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Do you think you're born with a proclivity for discipline, like you versus? I mean, you have your self knowledge as an elite athlete, as a 3-time Olympian. That level of commitment is something that's hard for us to relate to. Like, I was a collegiate competitor.
So you did have it then. You did.
I did have it,
commitment.
and truth be told, I looked up to Sharon as a high school gal.
So what's your connection and when?
So
where
I
you
was
get it from?
a
Make
I
sure we
was
know.
a-
You're in. Hi, if you're just joining us in.
Hi,
on this.
I'm Caroline Russo. I'm a mom of 2 adorable children, and I'm a
Co-hosting tonight.
I'm co-hosting.
Thank you very much.
with the wonderful Jay Jones.
Well, that's kind of you.
And here talking to 2 friends who are very special and have a great story to tell. So as a competitive fencer growing up and competing, I looked up to you in high school and in college. And when I was touring the schools as a mother, I said, that can't be. That's Sharon Monplaisir. She was like my hero growing up. So that was a great experience. Do you think people are born with a discipline gene? I mean, you worked with clients and you're a motivator and you have this amazing story, and like you're in touch with setting manageable. You have this philosophy, but I don't know. Do you feel like there's a natural proclivity to be disciplined and to work? Like, how do you? And
to
if you
drive yourself.
and if you
Thrive,
don't
okay.
have that, is that where your philosophy comes in those techniques, like building attainable goals? Is that part of it?
I think that what happens is there are some people who are just born to push through anything and will be completely successful. But however, there are people who can find a motivation. Because when I was I was born in an area in the South Bronx when it was not as great as it is today. And my motivation was to somehow get to a college and become successful.
Yeah.
So that became my motivation and my drive. So you have people some people are just born gifted.
Yes.
They're born, like my husband's just born
Yes.
a superstar. There's
Yes.
no
I
sport
believe
he
it.
can't not do.
Amazing.
He already did 5. He can do like numerous others that
Yes.
I haven't mentioned.
Yeah.
It
And there's some
overlaps.
people,
Yeah.
and there's some people who, a perfect example is Yvonne Lendl, the tennis player.
Yeah.
He wasn't the most talented, but he was extremely hardworking, and he became one of the best. He would win a tournament, then go out and then run 5 more miles
Wow.
to improve his endurance.
Wow.
So there are people who might not be born the greatest talent.
Yeah.
However, their drive
Yeah.
and their discipline to work hard brings them to the highest level. And their motivation will be different for every person.
Right.
Some people
Well, then
just
they
want to be
have other
Olympian.
things
Right.
also.
Yes.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Well,
They
you know
also
what?
have,
Hold
You
on.
know what?
Let's Cheryl
I'm
finish.
not trying to be
Hold
funny
on.
and stuff.
Go ahead.
He has a strong black woman behind him.
But that's true. Well, they say that behind every man's a good woman.
Yeah.
Well,
Let
good
Cheryl
woman.
jump in for a second.
No,
Yeah.
I just wanted to say there, of course, there, what you said, some naturally gifted people, some people are motivated, but I believe the
Make sure
writer, Malcolm Gladwell, he wrote a book about how much of it is also where you are at the time. Like, let's say the Williams sisters,
Right.
they could have been super talented, but had their dad not really had an
Yes,
affinity
their
for
dad
the
was
tennis and really
Yeah.
That's
Motivator.
another film that's
That's
coming
right.
out.
That's
So
another-
it's so
Yeah.
that's
With
so
the
there's
controversy.
so many
I love it.
things
Yes.
also come into
You're hot.
play, and of course, in terms of your whether you motivate yourself, where you are, like even Steve Jobs, he was building computers in his garage
Yeah.
when he was like 10, so it's something that may be a natural instinct, but are you also in the atmosphere that will nurture that talent?
A good friend of mine once told me, some people seek out who they need. So you can be in a situation which is difficult, but then you will seek out naturally who you need, whether it's a great mentor as a teacher or
Yeah.
a great coach, which happens. And with the Williams sisters, the father was an excellent coach, but when he realized he couldn't take them any farther,
Yeah.
he got them better. He got them coaches that would take them to all the major
Yeah.
events who
Yeah.
would help them
Right,
win.
but so it just makes
Yeah.
you wonder, like,
Yeah.
what if he was not their dad?
Right,
what if
right,
they
right.
were just playing handball in the background?
Then
or-
you wouldn't see that Nike ad that she has that it says, you see it on 34th Street or anywhere.
Haven't seen it, yeah.
What's it say? It said, you learn to dream, and then it's a cool ad that she has, because she has a lot of like motivational,
Yeah.
inspiring ads
Yeah.
that are pretty hot. What's up, J.U. Ice? What you got?
I'm just listening to everything what you're saying. and
Well,
stuff.
I agree, because sometimes, like if I take myself for instance, like I don't have great talent, but the drive is there, because you want to break. I always say to myself, I want to break seals. I want to move further. I want to do this, and sometimes in that hustle or that drive to succeed, things happen. Like you might, sever some type of your personal life, or you might, because sometimes you sacrifice some things to gain other
Right.
things. It sounds like you were great though. You had the family, you got the twins,
No,
Superman.
yes, Superman. When I was
you
growing up,
do
I had no support, though.
sacrifice,
Yeah.
on the
You
had no
drive
support?
to
Yeah.
succeed.
Yes. When I was growing up, I had no support. My mother had psychological disorder.
Okay.
So, and my sister was really my mom. My sweet sister Sophia was
Well,
really
shout
more
out-
like my mom.
shout out
to
to the circle.
Sophia!
Shout out to the circle of friends.
Yeah,
And
the
what
circle
about
of
you?
friends,
I mean, that's
yeah.
how we kind of met. You were kicking in a bag, and
I'm going to tell you, similar to Sharon, at sports and athletics was something that saved me. I had
saved you how?
I had a pretty chaotic family life.
Okay, stand by
And-
for that. We're gonna hold it because we're gonna go to break. Don't forget that thought,
Totally.
though. You're gonna
No, I mean,
don't
yeah.
forget that.
Totally
And what about
do
you,
that.
Cheryl? Did you have a challenge growing up?
I wouldn't say so.
Okay.
Not really.
All right.
I wouldn't say that I had a, you know.
Because that's going to bring us around
Yeah, I
to
was like,
Nipsey Russell, who went from running in the gangs to
Right.
Not
trying to be a
Nissy
community-
Russell, Nissy Hustle.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah,
very, very
I
much.
bet you most young people don't know.
Don't we all
Yeah.
face
But-
some challenges?
Most young people don't know Nipsey Russell. I
No,
bet
Nissy
you.
Russell was a comedian.
I know that.
Right.
I'm
Oh, I see.
sure
Nipsey Hussle was a
anybody
rap
over
artist.
30. So, yes.
So that was his inspiration for the moniker.
That's
Gotcha.
what
Gotcha.
So,
I didn't know that,
Yeah,
Cheryl.
So, yeah. So
Cheryl
young
Wilson
people, they
coming
won't
out.
know that.
She is. She's breaking it
She's
down.
got the
And
reference.
stand by. We're going to take a break. We're going to
Okay.
come back, take some pictures, be right back, switch the room around a little bit, throw
Very
somebody
good.
over there, bring
Very
in
good.
Clarence, because Clarence is going to bring us up to date on why Jesse's going to not pay that $130K
Is that right?
to
Is that right?
Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to hear that.
What's up, Cal? How you doing?
I'm great. I'm
Take a
happy.
break.
I'm happy.
Tell people
So should
we'll be
Jeff
back.
step out?
We'll be back. Stay with
No,
us.
you don't
Thank
have to
you.
step out.
Okay.
I'd rather for you to dance.
What's up, Big Mom? What's up? What's up? Hey,
Hello,
guys.
hello.
We're back.
You hear yourself?
We're back.
Okay. Reverb. We got. So we shook it. We shook it up a little bit.
Yep.
So we're back. You know, Carol's in. Am I saying
Caroline.
your name?
Oh, you forgot my name all of a
I
sudden?
call you Russo. See, the problem is I'm good with Russo.
A lot of people call me Russo.
Yeah,
You're
that's
right.
the thing.
That's
So
You know,
that's
a
why
cute name would be Ruru.
here.
Oh, I
Okay.
like that. I like that. Never heard that, Sharon. I like that, Sharon.
You don't, but you need to be close to the mic.
Yeah.
But
Try it on.
T's not in the building. If you're looking for your
Then
girl
don't wear
Tonya, she's out celebrating her birthday.
God
Happy
bless.
birthday to
Happy
ya.
birthday, girl.
Happy birthday. But we got Russo in the building. She's rocking and rolling. Thanks for coming down. Appreciate it on the Friday.
This is a pleasure.
It's a raw night
treat.
out. It's a raw night
It is
out.
Yeah,
raw.
but this
It
is
is
raw.
freezing. It's
Clarence
brutal.
is in the building.
it's
He
warm in
he just
here.
came back from
It's
the
hot.
Image Award, so
hot.
he's got
Yeah,
some
that was
pics.
fun.
Oh, good. We want to hear.
It's
DJ
nice and
did.
warm in here.
It's
Yeah, it's cozy.
wonderfully
Warm in
warm in
here.
here.
Yeah.
It is
Toasty. It's
super
toasty
cozy.
in the
Okay,
studio.
now.
It's toasty. Friday night.
What up?
I have one of the
You gotta get by the mic. We gotta get by the mic, Rockstar. From who? Okay, I got it. You know what? Seriously, real talk, as they say. You know, when I came in, I kind of was like, I almost thought that. I did. That's a compliment,
Really?
by the way.
Thank you very much.
That's a compliment.
Thank
It's
you.
a compliment to you too. You got busy.
Good.
So listen. You were saying how you were just about, we were getting into the discipline and,
Yes.
and some of the challenges
Yes.
and what pushed you over to succeed because
Yes.
you're successful. Like you say, you got 2 gorgeous angels.
Yes.
You got a great family. Got to put the mic there. Excuse me. Excuse
Yeah.
my reach. So what happened, Rockstar? Rockstar Russo? Or what do we call her? Ruru?
Let's stick with
Where'd that
Ruru.
come from?
Let's stick with Ruru.
It just popped.
No, we're
Okay,
like
okay,
talking
cool.
to Sharon and hearing her story, and it resonated with me because as a young middle schooler, high schooler, I had came from a pretty hectic, chaotic home.
What
I'm
does that
sure,
mean?
I'm sure they were doing the best they could.
Your mother and dad?
But they had like one of those divorces that was like that film War of the Roses.
Right.
It's just so over the top, dysfunctional, terrible.
In the Big Apple?
In New Jersey.
Okay, across the bridge.
Exactly.
tunnel.
Bridge and tunnel. It's all good.
So you're a bridge and tunnel chick?
I mean,
Jesus Christ.
the Garden State. The Garden State.
Now it's like everybody lives in a.
We go to the Hamptons. She goes to the shore. But the shore is hot now.
Everything has changed.
Everything
Absolutely,
has
absolutely. No, but
So give us
sports
give us-
was
Mhm.
my saving grace.
Okay.
And looking back, it gave me so much. It was motivating. It was keeping me on the right track. It was also showing me the more I put in, the more I could accomplish, and that
age?
self-worth. Oh
It
gosh,
keeps
like
you sane.
kept me sane, like 13, 14,
13.
and the
Yeah.
relationship with the coach, the dynamic. And I have to tell you something that I don't tell many people. So there was a point, it's a great sacrifice, financial sacrifice, and you have to
Yes.
figure out how you can get all the coaching you need. It costs money. These for the Olympians is great,
Yes.
great financial strain and sacrifice.
But that's what we do for our children, right? I have a 14-year-old.
But what if your parents can't, don't know? So I'll
Don't
tell
know
you.
is big,
I'll
go
tell
ahead.
you. This is remarkable. When I look back,
Hit
now-
us with it.
Okay. So I look back and I had some promise, and I had a coach who saw that I had some promise. And in order to keep that momentum, you need to train as much and hard, and you need to be in it. And I didn't have my mom, I was a single mom. She just couldn't afford to financially pay for all this. There was a point where I started representing the U.S. in your age group, and you have to go around and compete. So you go to all these tournaments. Well, that costs money. You need airfare. You need the coaching.
Airfare, hotel, travel, food.
Absolutely.
You need
And
support.
You need support, and I couldn't do it.
And
And do you know what
drive.
they did?
What?
My fencing club
Mm-hmm.
came together amongst themselves. Like, I don't even know. I was like 13, 14. I don't even know how this came to be. They came together, this little small community. They voluntarily came up with some fund to support my training and my travel. That is remarkable. My coach was doing pro bono training. So when I look back and I say, oh man, I had a hard, tough life. Yeah, but what's the lesson that these people came together out of the kindness of their hearts, and they gave me their time and their efforts, and people gave me their financial support.
Well, let me tell you
must
something.
have
So,
something
I look
similar
back-
But what about you? What about you,
Remarkable.
Clarence? What about you? Anybody support you? You got to step up to the mic.
No,
A
no,
a
I had
huge gift.
Horrible childhood. I grew up in the same area that Nipsey Hussle lived in, the Crenshaw-Slauson area.
Oh, okay.
And I wanted very badly to be a Crip. That was my whole aspiration in life. And No, I was serious. I really wanted to be a Crip.
Wow.
My sister was her first child was she had with one of the founding members of the Crips, and I looked up to him. I wanted to be just like him. Anyway, I got to high school, ended up having athletic experience. I was a shot putter. That taught me incredible discipline.
This is what
See,
I'm
that's
saying.
the
Incredible
discipline.
discipline. Because
sports
I wasn't
sports
big.
save.
No matter where.
Sports
Yeah.
save.
Sports, music. It's not just, there's so many things that you
Arts.
can
Yeah.
find that passion, and then when you find that passion, there will be people that will come to support you.
Right.
I didn't
You
get
know,
that.
because
Really?
I had a single mom too, was mentally
Yeah.
just mental illness,
Yeah.
And many of us do.
My coach in high school eventually brought me to this great club, the New York Fencers Club, who gave me a scholarship.
Beautiful.
And no longer, to the point where they saw the talent, they said they gave me a scholarship. I had no longer had to pay for private lessons.
Right.
So do they
And then-
actually,
That's awesome.
and they offered fencing in your school? In the
Yeah, it was
summer?
one of the sports that was offered.
That's
I was
incredible.
horrible at
This is
everything
incredible.
else.
And
that was the last
really
sport I
amazing.
tried.
shocking. I mean,
It's
'cause
amazing.
when you think
Yeah.
about all the
It's-
programs that they cut,
Yeah,
in
it's
the
Theodore
city,
Roosevelt High School.
That's what I'm
music
saying.
and
Everything's
sports,
cut.
and when they cut all of these and all the things that were
Extracurriculars.
extra after school that they, because a career might not be obvious for some people because they don't think, well, if
Stay
you're not
here.
learning how to code, then is it worth anything?
Right.
And so these are all things that ultimately could be a passion or a love for somebody.
Yes.
But
Who are you?
My name is Cheryl Wilson. Like I said before, I'm from the Boogie Down Bronx.
from the BX.
From the BX, but I do live in the ever-changing Bed-Stuy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Do the right thing.
Yes, well, there's actually a Do the Right Thing block. Do you know that?
I do.
Is that right?
Yeah, Spike Lee.
I get
has-
around.
Yeah, he has that street is named Do the Right Thing,
Yeah.
and every year on that street he holds a
block
birthday block party to celebrate Michael Jackson's birthday.
Wow.
Wonder if you're going to do that this year. But we
Well,
have to save that for the
yeah,
next show.
right,
But
next
let-
That
let
will
me
be,
just
yeah.
stir this up really
Yeah.
quick because
Okay.
I want to get into how your family, shattered as it may be, or whatever term we might want to use, single fathers and upbeats to the. How now? Because those stories were touching. I mean, we could have cried here. We could have cried here. We could, What are we doing as adults? Are you helping the next gen? Are you each one teach one, right? What's up, Clarence? Coming out. I mean, you're ESQ.
Yeah.
You involved with the NAACP.
Yeah.
So that means you're already pushing back in some way. And then, we all got tough lives. I mean, I don't have time. I grew up in the Bronx, so forth, and did the hustle thing. But what are you doing now? That's the key.
Sure.
And you got to hold on to that thought, too. Excuse me. What are you doing now? So what are you doing now to you? We got 10 minutes. Keep it tight.
You mean what am I doing to make somebody else's life better?
Or even yours.
Oh, well, I really haven't really found what I'm looking for. So I just do the best job I can with what comes to me.
And what does that mean?
That means
Well, that's honest.
It
Yeah,
is
it
honest.
It
just
sure
means-
is.
We're like
Yeah.
ripping open souls this
I know.
That's honest. Like,
What the
I'm
hell?
still
It's all good.
Yeah.
still
okay.
trying to figure it out.
yeah, still
Yeah.
trying to figure it out.
Well, it's a
but
pie.
what I know best is practicing law, of course, and so when I get a case, it's like my motto is I'll either find a way or make a way.
Right.
And to me, it's all about 110% every day.
Every day.
Everything I do.
Integrity.
Yeah.
I love integrity.
Integrity, keeping my word is extremely important to me. Giving more than I get is very important to me.
Shout out to my homeboy because I was supposed to. He had a ticket to go see Network, but I was like, I can't roll out to Network. I got a cast to
That's
do.
right.
So integrity is important.
It's hugely important. It's all you have at the end of the day is your reputation.
So what is it you want? Because you said you hadn't found what you want.
Yeah, I want to
Can
have.
anybody answer that question?
Well, no, there are a lot of people who are they've found at least the channel, the context, and it's just a matter of getting better at it. I haven't really found it yet. I mean, I'm still looking, but yeah, I mean, what I want more is more of an impact on to help people whose struggles mean a lot to me. I want a greater impact for that community and women, people of color, disabled people, older people, the forgotten, the people on the margins. That's my natural gravitation because that's how I felt growing up. I felt alone. I'm sure if I looked hard enough, I would find some supporters, but it didn't feel like
Is that
when
why
I was
you
a
wanted
kid.
to join a club or a gang or organization?
Yeah, that was part of it.
To
I was
be
just,
part
I
of
was really,
something?
I was just super
Are
angry.
you the
as
only
a kid.
child?
No, I have a sister 3 years older, but I was just really, really super angry. My parents divorced when I was 10, and it just brutally scarred me. I just felt completely alone and abandoned. My mother remarried when I was 15 to a horrible human being. But I had to go through all that to learn how to fight, stand alone, and have integrity. I couldn't be like the bad people in my life. I had to be better than them.
Right.
And all those experiences made me who I am today. You know,
What do
so
you
I'm
say to
grateful
that,
for them.
Cheryl?
I'm grateful for them in a lot
Thank
of
you for your
ways.
honesty and
Yeah.
vulnerability.
Well, I mean, I have to say that, both my parents stayed together, so I didn't come from a broken home.
Is that
and
an
I-
accent I hear? What's going on over there?
It's a very strong New York accent.
Oh, okay. I was
God
like, I
bless.
thought I had a strong accent because I was
No,
like,
nobody
coffee
has
and
this.
pork.
No,
but
this
you're
is-
like,
This is heavy duty.
This is the real
Like,
deal,
when
holy
somebody
feel.
says where
Full
you're
on.
from, I'm like,
Full
you gotta
on.
be kidding me.
I love
Yeah.
This is like,
This is
yeah,
like-
it's full on.
Yeah, okay.
But a girl came up to me in my office the other day, and
Mm-hmm.
she's just asking about something like, "Well, where are your shoes from?" I'm like, "Oh my God, where are you from?" She said, "From Bensonhurst." I said, "You
Stop it.
I said, "Oh my God," because I never hear. I'm not from Bensonhurst, but it's like close enough. Because I never ever hear it. And I said, "Wow." I said, "I
So
never hear
Bensonhurst
anybody."
is gentrified now, just like Bay Ridge.
No, not quite. It's
Okay.
still
Okay.
like Saturday Night Fever.
Is it?
I
I was watching that not too long
I said
ago.
because I said to her, I said that's hardcore, Bensonhurst.
It is.
I said that's hardcore,
Yeah.
Brooklynese. That
One of
is.
my brothers live in Bensonhurst.
Really?
Yeah, well, you
Yeah,
know what I mean.
yeah.
That's Italian
Jeffrey Steinberg.
stallion.
Hey, Jeffrey.
That's hardcore Brooklyn.
Absolutely.
Another
That's it.
kind of Brooklyn.
That's it.
But back to me. I would say that it was. I guess it was pretty okay growing up. When I was younger, I developed a sort of a passion of art. So I went to High School of Music and Art in New
Cool.
York City. I always say that high school maybe ruined me because, when you're the only artist in junior high school or one of few, and you're pretty good, and then you go to high school and there's Michelangelo's there,
Right.
and then it's like, oh my God.
That's
So
it.
perhaps, had I my parents definitely encouraged me, but maybe I didn't have enough confidence to really. I wasn't going to be an artist, but
You've always had your finger on the pulse
yes.
of culture, music,
Oh, we love that.
fashion.
Oh, we love her.
You're a fashionista.
I love fashion.
Well, I love
And let's not
fashion.
throw all
Yeah.
the parents under the bus, by the way, because now
No.
we are parents, right?
No, absolutely. But Cheryl has a really interesting life story. I mean, here's the thing. You go out in Manhattan with Cheryl, you could go to a museum, you go to a restaurant.
Well, let's go to a museum.
You could go to any neighborhood. Invariably, she's going to bump into someone she knows.
Because I've been around forever.
All
You know,
right.
and people
She was
like,
a s-
I've been around
yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like somebody, didn't you go to Equinox? Yes, I'm still trying to work out.
That's where I got to rush to get my stuff out the
To
locker.
Equinox?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's funny. I just wanted to backpedal a little bit what you were
Okay.
saying about the working out and how some people expect too much. So I remember when I went to Equinox in the 90s and 2000 when it just opened, there were gladiators who were trainers.
gladiators, yeah.
Gods, warriors. And one day I look around,
Goddesses.
I'm like, Adonises. I said, what happened to these trainers? I said, these guys look like the person who sells me the paper in the morning. I said, it could be anybody. He said, well, you know what? The guys who would come in who just hadn't worked out, and they're like, I want to look like that. And, whatever, 6 months. And that didn't happen. They got discouraged, canceled their membership. So I said, so then you hired their brothers? I said, I don't even understand that.
That's pretty
I said,
funny.
it's not very, motivating to me, but that was just a little side
they
story
expanded.
about that.
They need to fill some seats.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so anyway, so I always had an interest in the arts. I mean, in fact, 100 years later, after I went to music and art, I took some courses back at.
I got to
Students'
send you an
League.
invite. D Square's having an open show. Did I send it to you?
No, but I want to tell you about Cheryl.
On Wednesday. Tell me about
Cheryl has traveled the world. She was a
love that.
celebrity stylist.
Okay.
She was at
She needs an
she was
agent?
at Studio 54 back in the
I went to
heyday.
Studio 54. I loved it.
So she
It's
has
fun.
she has
Do we know each other?
a cultural history.
You never know.
You never know.
A cultural history. She's been all over the world. She knows the lifestyle of you know, that the hard, the big egos, whatever.
She's a
is
hustler?
behind- Oh, she's worked hard for
Yeah,
sure.
I worked hard. Yeah,
Okay.
so I used to go on the road with a recording artist, Cindy Lauper. So I used to actually was her stylist for maybe most
Celebrity
of the
stylist.
'90s. Yeah,
That's it. That's
before there was
I like
before
that.
there
You fucking
were.
came through.
Telling you.
Well, before that, you know, now the stylists, now they're making trillions. Now they're influencers. Now
Right,
it's a whole
that's
nother
the
ball
term I
game. Now
use.
it's a whole nother ball game out there. Now that's really a hustler.
Once
They're
the internet
hustle.
came into
Well,
play.
you got
That's
to work
right.
hard.
Yeah, that's the
Instagram, the
hustle.
Facebook, the Snapchat.
right.
It's very big.
Right.
I mean,
Changed it.
Cheryl's working for some of
Yeah.
the biggest retailers. She's a trend expert, and she travels the globe, and she has places that
This
she
is
goes.
your mouthpiece. She's
I'll say,
fantastic.
No, no, no.
amazing.
She's your agent.
Yes, yes.
So
She's a fan.
Yeah,
She's
no,
an
no.
agent.
So she has like
Right
these
there.
seasonal places she covers, whether it's Saint Tropez, whether it's Formentara.
Berlin, Capri.
Rio,
Truly.
just in Rio.
She was in Rio.
Yeah.
She was in
Okay.
Rio. So yeah, no, she's.
Well, we're
she's
we're
pretty
fortunate
baller.
to have you. 3 minutes on the count.
Yes,
oh,
Pretty
wow.
baller.
Yeah, alrighty.
Pretty baller.
Yeah.
So-
we have to do part two.
No, the show's not over in 3 minutes, is it?
Yes, and the quick
Is that
hour.
right? Is that right?
It's a dinner party.
Wow.
You know?
It's too
I'm
soon.
not
too
serving.
fast.
I'm not
This is
serving
too
wine
much,
or
it's too
hummus
much,
or
this is having
anything.
too much
It's
fun
okay.
here.
We used to, but then everybody forgot their words. It wasn't. You would lose the
That's right.
focus.
That's
you
right.
know?
I would imagine that could happen.
Yeah.
It's a good show, though.
We're
Oh, yeah.
popping.
Yeah.
Thanks to the energy. You got to bring the energy. You got to bring the enthusiasm.
We're bringing it.
We're chatting
We're
this
feeding off of
morning
each
at like
other.
Good
6:45.
chemistry. Good chemistry.
Yeah.
Good
Absolutely.
chemistry.
Exactly.
Nice
Absolutely.
chemistry.
So where have you? So you went to Rio. What happened in
Yeah,
Rio?
so we always go to. Now, I'm
What's
kinda
happening in
conscious
New
of my
York coming up?
accent. So Rio, so we always go to something called the Parade of Champions.
Okay.
So it's the best of the samba groups, the best of the best.
We like
so
samba.
instead of like
So
looking
sexy.
at
So
all
sexy.
40
Can
of
you
them,
dance?
I can do salsa, but let me tell you,
salsa
samba.
samba
It's not
is
easy.
super hard.
It is like
Yeah.
a whole
It's
other
really that's
level
a whole
of
nother
rhythm.
thing. Like
Yes,
you didn't
it's
even
hard.
know
Oh,
what
man.
they're doing.
What is that?
What
It's-
club?
I like
Tell us
salsa.
the clubs really quick, because I got to get some of
Yeah.
his Image Award pictures
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
Go.
Oh, okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
clubs? What-
Yeah,
what-
like, where
Well,
you
she's
go for
going to
samba?
exclusive. Oh, for summer.
Samba.
Oh, samba. No,
See,
she's,
I have an accent.
No, she's going to these exclusive parties with creative directors, and they
Wow.
have themes and they have costumes, and she
No,
comes
yeah,
up with
it's
these
amazing,
costumes.
yeah.
And
No, okay. They were doing
Yes.
something at the opening in Hudson Yards, I think.
Really?
A samba group?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, there's lots of them. So we always go
I
to
like
this
that.
parade of champions, the best of the best of the samba group. So
Give
it's-
us a move. Can you give us
Oh,
a quick move?
absolutely not.
Okay.
But I'm just
Not in
saying
the
that you
contract.
think, okay, you've seen them, da da da. It sounds like they sing the same song all
Yeah.
da da da, and you think like, okay, I've seen like 6 of them, but then they keep getting better.
They're
And it's
fantastic.
like because you're there from like 10 until 7 in the morning. And so you're really, it's like, okay, I didn't need to see the third from the best. And then they keep getting better. And
Keep
it's
getting
awesome
better and better.
and amazing.
Where can people find you, Cheryl? Quickly.
Oh, okay. So outside of my house in Brooklyn, so you want an Instagram handle or
Sure.
something?
We'd
Or we'll
love
take
that.
an
We'd love
address and a
that.
phone number. I mean,
Okay.
whatever comes
Oh,
quicker.
all right.
Give your
3, 2,
Insta
1.
handle.
Hustle, girl.
So I didn't even know my Insta handle off the
Okay.
top of my head.
Facebook?
So, yeah, Cheryl Wilson.
Perfect.
Okay,
First and
Cheryl,
last name,
We'll find
Cheryl
you.
Wilson?
Cheryl Wilson.
We'll
All
find
right, you got 35 seconds. Tell us about the Image Awards. Jesse wasn't allowed in the building. Go.
I don't know if he wasn't allowed. I thought he decided not to come when he
Same
realized
thing.
he wasn't going
It's
to
all
win.
wording.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was grand. I mean, everybody was on their best behavior. Everybody was beautiful. Very inspiring. It was the 50th anniversary of the Image Awards, which were started because the image of African Americans 50 years ago was in the tank, horrible. So some people got together and said we need a positive lens on this community, and that's where it started. And it was actually in the exact same theater that it took place 50 years ago.
What theater was that?
The Dolby Theater on Hollywood Boulevard. I'm not
H&H?
sure.
Wow.
I don't
Hollywood and Highland?
Yeah, Hollywood
Okay.
Highland, absolutely.
Got
yeah.
it. Look like you got a 10 there. We got
Okay.
1 minute almost about
Can
to.
see
Where
that.
can people reach you?
C.Pollard@mitlawgroup.com.
Got it. And you, madam. We got you, girl. Superman. You got 40 seconds.
No, I want to say parting words. We talked about self-transformation, discipline, what keeps us growing, right? What keeps us connected, we're thinking about sports, we're thinking about goals, we're thinking about constantly achieving what drives us and finding our true north. So I feel like that's a theme between all of us. So
Yeah.
I'm glad to have this community that we can
You have to
connect
find your joy. Find your
Gotta
joy.
find
There's
your
a
joy.
joy in every moment.
Absolutely.
We have to always look for what's positive and do something that moves everyone forward in a positive manner.
Amen, Sharon.
Well,
They
Amen.
playing the music out.
Fantastic.
Gorgeous.
That's a nice way to end it. I love that.
Gorgeous.
It's a good show.